There, right there. In 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you'll definitely have dense smoke by the treetop level. Put it up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when they're up there looking everywhere, and they're going to see you.
There, he just built a school.
And when you say survival, what you're implying is that you are confronted with a problem that if you don't know how to handle it, you're going to die. So I teach students how to get by in an emergency, and then how to get by in hard times, and then maybe how to really appreciate the out of doors.
Now this is what now?
Stromatopore. It's a kind of sponge.
This is a prehistoric sponge?
Yes, yes, that's it.
No kidding.
About 200 meters now, let's go. On your left up there. Left. Right straight. Come on, stay on me. Clear side. We're doing it now, let's go. Come on. On your right. Right.
Cut thirst in a powerful way with new Powerade Thirst Quencher. Powerade, the next thing.
From the Emmy-winning producers of Lost in the Barrens.
Suppose I wanted a horse. A real fast one.
A mysterious horse.
That's him, the black. I saw that horse before.
A horse that harbors the secret to a frightening past.
I hope you live in hell because of that night.
Graham Greene, Tom Jackson, and Herbie Barnes. Spirit Rider, Wednesday at 8 on CBC.
In Niagara Falls, Ontario, Marineland is the place to go. An enchanted land with a magic man. Everyone loves Marineland. You can take your family for the day, watching the whales and dolphins play, seeing friends you miss, a great big kiss. Everyone loves Marineland.
Hi, I'm Bob Babinski in for Royal Oar on Daybreak. Join us tomorrow as Susan McKenzie tells us about one of the delegates headed to the International Women's Conference in Beijing this fall. That's on Daybreak from 6 to 9.
What's important to you on the 6 o'clock news?
Everything that's happening in the arts, in the politics.
Newswatch.
This is the best news in the city of Montreal.
Newswatch, what Montreal is all about.
Our next story takes us to the rocky coastline of Port Daniel, Quebec, here on the Gaspé Peninsula. We're about to meet Adrienne Luce. She is a sculptor who looks for really old rocks to sculpt.
One stone transformed by 100 million years inspire me.
Well, she certainly finds them here. 400-million-year-old rocks with plenty of character, including embedded fossils. It is the hidden beauty within this fossilized stone that fires Adrienne's imagination.
I feel very young because I work with fossil million years old, you know. No, that's a joke, being serious.
I was very serious. So how does it make you feel?
No, I feel there's wisdom of the earth, and to pick up and to touch that, it's being in relation with the beginning of the life.
The sea means everything to Adrienne Luce. She's a Gaspesian, born and raised on the Bay of Chaleur. She's happiest when she's at sea, either hauling lobster traps with the fishermen or exploring the coastline in her little wooden flat. A maritimer to the core.
There's a spiritual part on the sea. We feel it. It's good for inspiration, you know. Some other artists can find their inspiration on St. Catherine Street in Montreal or another big street in Toronto or whatever. But me, no. Me, I need to be connected with the sea. When I do stone, that's my my connection with the sea world, and the mineral world. Here's an example of natural sculpture, you know. That's nature who did it.
That's a big rock.
Yeah, beautiful rock. And look at the sanding, all the texture, the drawings, you see the lines.
Yes.
Look, the beautiful curve here. That inspired me. The technique of carving, you know, sanding the sea is a good teacher for that.
So they sort the
that's
sea
natural sanding.
The sea sort of prepares it for you.
Yes.
You wanted to be a sculptor first, I mean, just in rock. Then you discovered fossils after that.
Yes.
Did that make you more inspired?
Yes, and more, I felt more identity with my land, more connected.
Connected with eons of time.
Yes, that's, and you feel little in this kind of view, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But not little in the bad way, connected part of life is more than just human. Life, it's nature, and nature is geological, it's mineral, it's water, it's fish, it's everything.
Geologists told Adrienne that the limestone, coral, and marble that had caught her attention contained fossils like the small round white discs in this stone. They're ancient plant stems. These once living materials were buried millions of years ago in the sedimentary rocks of the Gaspé Peninsula. But erosion has unveiled them like pages of time. And today, this stretch of the coast is a haven for fossil sculptors.
There's an example of a fossilized stone.
This one here?
Yes.
Let's have a look at that.
Yes. This is called stromatopore.
Now this is what now?
Stromatopore. It's a kind of the ancestor of sponge.
This is a prehistoric sponge?
Yes, yes, that's it.
No kidding.
And I really like the drawing, you know, the lines in it.
Oh, yeah.
But I have to take care sometimes with fractures, because it's natural stone, it's not quarry stone.
Well, there's a little gift for you.
Thank you very much.
See if we can find some more over here.
Okay. Sometimes you don't do something just after you pick up the stone. It's like a family in a way in your atelier. It's there, and you live with these stones sometimes a few months or 1 year or 2 years. For me, art is not just the result. I need a vision with the object, you know? And my vision is to identify my space, my land. It's to work with what there is here. Sometimes it's a fossil, sometimes it's the color. Sometimes I use the stone like they are, like the nature form them. Other times I carve directly.
You carve directly from the stone?
Transform more the stone.
What is the biggest stone you've ever worked with?
Oh, around 6,000 pounds.
3 tons?
Yes.
How did you get that one in the boat?
Oh, no, that's not the one pickup.
I know.
That's from a quarry. That's different.
I know. I'm only kidding. Yeah, you put that one in the boat. Goodbye, bateau. Adrienne is the kind of artist who isn't shy about experimenting with her designs. Sometimes she incorporates other materials into her stones. In this case, it's the trunk of a tree. She's even combined stone with pieces of copper wire.
I wanted to sew in the, because it was for me a feminine form.
Did you really sew it?
Yes, yes.
It's really sewn with holes and everything.
Holes and sew it.
I've never seen a stone sewed. That's beautiful. This sculpture will be beautiful too when it's finished. And when it goes on display, people will see more than a fine work of art. They'll see an artist's love for her Gaspé home.
I'm ready to go to make exhibit everywhere in the world. I'm not closed on Gaspé Coast. I'm open, but I want to be here. My anchor is in my land. My land is Gaspé Coast and maritime landscape.
Sometimes it's 12 feet, sometimes 5 feet. And I
she rubs bottom my boat sometimes.
CBC Radio. Summer sounds like this.
Like a juggler, she tossed it, spinning in the air, caught it with her tiny hand.
Is my father still alive?
Yes, he is.
From the producer of Road to Avonlea,
As far as we are concerned, he is dead.
CBC presents a Lucy Maud Montgomery tale of love and hope.
I've been waiting for you. There's things here that needs putting to rights. And you're the only one who can help your family now.
Lantern Hill, this week on the CBC Sunday Night Movie.
Across the land, people are celebrating the joyous return of PJC Days at Jonquière. It's easy to see why, with the Travelway Canvas Backpack at only $3.99. Sure's a healthy way for friends to get together.
Get ready for a sharp drop in prices during Chrysler's Days of Thunder sale. During this electrifying summer sale, pick up a Neon at an earth-shattering price. The deal on the Magic Wagon will blow you away. You're bound to be thunderstruck by the price on the Colt, and the discounts on the Intrepid will knock you off your feet. As for the Cirrus, the price available will light up your eyes. But hurry, this sale is so hot, our 1995 models are guaranteed to go like lightning. At your local Chrysler dealer.
Will a date with destiny make Charles miss the return of PJC Days at Jonquière? Unthinkable, especially with personnel bathroom tissue at 12 rolls for only $2.69. No way, Jose!
I am very romantic, sensitive, tender.
The business of matching Russian women with American men.
They want their white knight to come in there and rescue them.
The Russian Love Connection. Tonight at 8 on Witness.
Hi, I'm Stephen Hunter. On the next edition of The Health Show...
From the moment I woke to the minute I passed out at night, I had to work.
When work is dangerous to your health. The Health Show, Thursday.
All right, let's see now. We have graham crackers, sugar, butter. I'm just making sure that I have all the ingredients for a very special dessert I'm making. Cinnamon, milk, and oh yes, the most important ingredient of all, seaweed. This is top-of-the-line stuff from Prince Edward Island. It makes the finest seaweed pie you have ever tasted. It's mid-morning, and the Tammy G is 100 meters off the western shore of Prince Edward Island. Aboard is the skipper, Dean Hustler, and a young deckhand, Jason Rayner. They're looking for a good spot to drop their gear into the water.
A little choppy today, Jason, for this.
Dean knows these waters well, and it isn't long before they're pulling up their first catch of the day.
I got her.
Dean and Jason harvest seaweed. To be more accurate, it's actually a special kind of seaweed. It's called Irish moss.
Look, Jason's all loose moss. It's up, look. All the bunches all up.
To harvest it, they use big 50-pound rakes that they throw overboard and drag along behind on the ocean floor.
Sometimes it's 12 feet, sometimes 5 feet, sometimes even 4 feet, and she rubs bottom my boat sometimes. See, Jason, look. See this little rock right here? That's the seed, like that's how it starts growing. That's what the moss grows on, right in the bottom, right here.
Dean has been mossing for 12 years. Now he's teaching the ropes to Jason, the next generation.
Hey, Jason, I have to take the rake right up there, huh? This one here? No, the next one I give you, take it right up there and clean it way up there, way up.
All right. Irish moss is used as a thickening agent for hundreds of food products. For example, it's what gives ice cream that special smoothness. The season is short, just 3.5 months, so long days are common at this time of the year. Prince Edward Island moss is acknowledged to be the best in the world. These days, most of it is collected by boat. But mossing has been a way of life here since the 40s, when it was harvested by horse. They gathered loose moss that blew in close to shore. Today, the horse is still used.
Get up! Get up there, fella.
For this part of the harvest, Dean takes on another partner.
Get up, Barney.
His name is Barney, and he
Get up
sure
there, fella.
loves the salt water. Mind you, it's not a love that Dean shares. He may be a man of the sea. Truth is, he can't swim.
If I was to fall in, somebody got to come and get me. I panic when my face goes in the water,
Fortunately, Barney knows these waters very well. So far, there's been no need for Dean to swim.
Go, Jason.
In fact, there's been little need for a second pair of hands. Today's harvest is slim.
Well, Jason, there's not too much out there,
Nevertheless, enough of a harvest to dry and send off for processing.
Get up, Barney.
Just up the road at the Interpretive Center, tourists are learning about Irish moss.
What are these for? These are the type of rakes they used years ago to harvest Irish moss. And here's a sample of Irish moss.
Luann Gallant is one of the women who helped organize the center.
And over there is the type of rake they use today. And what's the difference? A person pulls this rake by hand, and today a boat tows that type of rake.
She should know her stuff.
I grew up with Irish moss. My dad was an Irish moss harvester. Actually, all the people in Nimnagash harvest Irish moss. And I've harvested since I was a little kid.
In the kitchen of the center, the cook is making seaweed pie. When the moss is boiled down, it's reduced to a thick, clear liquid.
You cook the moss, and you strain it through a cheesecloth, and it leaves behind a very thick gel, and we use that as a thickening agent for seaweed pie. Okay.
These people from Ontario have decided to order the specialty of the Seaweed Pie Cafe.
Everybody comes for seaweed pie. A lot of people think you're going to see seaweed hanging out of it, and they think, ooh, it's gross.
To try this.
Well, it's anything but gross. Fattening, perhaps, but never gross.
That is good.
Totally different than what I ever expected. I'd like the recipe for that.
Quite delicious. Tastes like more all the time.
And the next stop for these tourists?
I'm going back to the kitchen for another piece of pie.
My oh my, the best pie anywhere on PEI is a strawberry whipped cream covered seaweed pie. Whether you fork it in a truck or fork it on a plate, come dinner time, people will fight to the death for that one last piece of juicy seaweed pie. My oh my. How can anything that drips from a colander dish end up on a plate looking like this? Seaweed pie.
This child is choking. Do something. If you don't know what to do, we can teach you. This accident just happened. Do something. If you don't know what to do, we can teach you.
What's important to you on the 6 o'clock news?
Well, I like to get the local news, see what's happening around.
I think news is a must today.
Newswatch. It's about knowing what's going on in your city.
They tell you how it is.
It's up to date.
Stories about your community. Things Montrealers care about, the big stories and the little stories.
I watch Newswatch, of course.
Newswatch, what Montreal is all about.
Hi, I'm Ramona Marr.
And I'm Dave Cameron.
For many of us, parenthood's uncharted territory.
Babies don't arrive with operating manuals.
Well, help has finally arrived.
Spilled milk.
Spilled milk will cover all the parenting issues, discipline, bedtime.
Nutrition, playtime, not to mention playtime for parents as well.
Do we need it?
Spilled milk, it's not a kid's show, it's a show for parents like you and me.
Spilled milk is about parenting from the trenches.
Real life, real diapers, real spills.
Brought to you in part by Today's Parent magazine. Coral reefs, beautiful and vulnerable, where plant and animal life coexist in a delicate balance. Underwater colonies besieged by the curious, poisoned in order to pirate their treasures. Watch Coral Reefs, Rainforests of the Sea. Thursday, on The Nature of Things with David Suzuki.
It just had a mind of its own, and there was nothing I could do to stop it.
Electromagnetic interference, potential for disaster.
They could interfere with the normal operation of the device, and these devices are life-maintaining devices.
Marketplace, 7:30 tonight.
Well, that is our program for tonight. Thank you for watching. On the Road Again will not be seen next week, so that CBC Television can bring you coverage of the World Athletics Championships. We will be back 2 weeks from tonight, however, with more of our summer reruns and a kind of vintage story from Newfoundland. It began as a gamble. Hilary Rodriguez believed there was a market for wine made from Newfoundland blueberries. Well, today, the wine is selling faster than Hilary can make it.
Full-bodied, full fruit. I read that somewhere. I think it was your label.
Join us for a toast to blueberry wine 2 weeks from tonight when we're on the road again. We'll see you then. Bye for now.